Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Ocho, Matthew Stafford continues to make a case for the MVP. The Rams are now 7-2, tied for the best record in the NFC with just a half a game behind the NFL's best record. Stafford against the 49ers was 24-36, 280 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. Stafford is the first quarterback in NFL history with 4 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions in 3 straight games. On the season, Stafford leads the NFL in passing touchdowns, 25. And his touchdown to interception ratio, what does he have, one interception now? It's also the best of the league. Stafford has never won an MVP award. Also played in the era with elites like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and Aaron Rodgers. Only season he's ever received an MVP vote was 2023 when he finished 8th of 10 players. In 1 year, he should have got some MVP votes because he threw for 5,000 yards. Huh? 3. So he got 25 touchdowns, Ocho. 2 interceptions.
Golly. Hey, them Aaron Rodgers numbers, boy.
Thank you.
Them Aaron Rodgers numbers. I know Jonathan Taylor's playing well right now, but if he continues to put these type of numbers up, well, you know where that MVP going. It's going to be right down there in L.A.
Yeah.
Hey, this game was over early. Early. It was 21-0 with 13 minutes left in the second quarter. If you playing Madden, the game is over. You got to pass the sticks. It was over.
The turnovers killed him. I mean, Juwan Jennings, Mac Jones. Mac Jones was 33 of 39, 319, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. This is not hindsight. I said the 49ers should have stayed exactly where they are and took Mac Jones.
Oh.
They said stay right where you are and take Mac Jones. You don't have to give up that draft capital, but that's story to be told another day in time. George Kittle, 9 catches, 84 yards, a touchdown. Juwan Jennings, 6 catches, 71 yards, a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey had 8 catches, 66 yards. They didn't run the ball really well today. The Rams kind of got after them a little bit in the run game. But Matthew Stafford's dealing. When you got Puka and you got Devontae,
they were cooking, boy.
Still routing people up.
They were cooking.
Parkinson, tight end, touchdown. Allen, touchdown. They look, they're good. The Rams are good. I tweeted, Ocho, are we sure? Are we certain the Rams and the Seahawks aren't the best 2 teams in football? Are we certain that's not the case? Because we saw Seattle Monday night. We saw them Sunday night when they beat the brakes off the Commanders, and we know that. And then they turn around and do it. I mean, they have 35 at one half and 35. 73 points in 2 halves.
Is there anyone that would want to argue the fact that they're not the 2 best teams, regardless of AFC or NFC? Who would argue that fact?
People might say the Patriots. Somebody still might believe the Lions.
You know.
But based on what I've seen, the consistency-wise, I think for me those are. I think those are the 2 best teams for me. But Stafford. But for me, Drake May, and I think Drake May is playing unbelievable. But his numbers aren't comparable. No. You go look at Stafford. He's on pace to throw. So he has 8 games to go. So he's on pace to throw 50 touchdowns with 4 interceptions. How many yards does he have? So he's going to be over 4,500 yards. Unless somebody's comparable to that, they're not taking that award for him. Now, if Jonathan Taylor saves goes rush for 2,100 yards and 25 touchdowns, now I think it's going to be a very close race.
It's going to be a conversation, Uncle. But you know how the NFL is. You know how it is. I think it would have to be an historical. I'm talking about historical numbers for them to take it away from a quarterback.
Yeah. And the thing is, and because he's putting these numbers out here, because remember, Ocho, the game against Jacksonville, he had 5 touchdowns and didn't have 200 yards passing. So he's putting up these numbers, and he's not having to do a whole lot late. They're just running the football. Kyron Williams, 30 carries, $126. Nice, smooth, easy. But no, Matthew Stafford looks good. He look as good as at any point in time he's ever looked. Rams gonna be tough. I can't wait. When the Rams play Seattle again?
Rams in Seattle.
Next week?
Oh, the Rams play Seattle next week, Ocho. Is that a Fox game or the?
It got to be.
What do you mean again? They play them 2 more times. They haven't played them yet.
That's what I'm saying. I'm asking when do they play them?
So next week, and then in LA, and then
That's gonna be.
December in Seattle.
That's gonna be a good game. Next week is gonna be a game. Is it a Sunday? Is it a Sunday night? Is it a Monday?
Sunday next week. It's the afternoon game.
1 o'clock?
Afternoon, late game.
Okay, 4:30.
Yeah.
And then on Prime, so Thursday in mid-December.
No, I like to see these guys fully healthy.
Yeah.
Ocho, the Buccaneers lose to the Patriots by the score of 28-23. Travion Henderson. Hey, that Joe right there said, hey, y'all, can I score? Y'all want me to score? What y'all want me to do?
I've never seen anybody check with the coaches on the sideline running full speed to make sure it was okay.
But he looking at his it ain't his sideline right here.
He looking
They
way over there. Yeah. Because most of the time, if they want you to go down, everybody be doing this.
Yeah.
But
He's like, nah, go in there.
He saw the closest.
Drake May was 16 of 31, 270, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Travion Henderson, 14 carries, $147, and 2 long touchdowns. He had one, his long of 69. That was the one he was looking to see what was really going on. He took another one to the house. Mac Collins, old barefoot Mac, 6 catches, $104. Williams, 1 catch, 72 yards. House call, Stephon Diggs on fourth, I think it was fourth down. He ended up catching the touchdown, 5 catches, 46 yards, and a touchdown. Emeka Ibuka, 6 catches, 115, touchdown. K. Dot, 9 for 82. Terrence Johnson, 4 for 42, 2 touchdowns. They ran the ball decent, 21 carries, $113. Baker played exceptionally well again, 28, 43, 273, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, Drake.
What does Drake May numbers look like? But
Right, you mean
you understand why Mr. Kraft had to make a decision.
Yeah.
Yes, Gerard Mayo, I got the job, but this guy's just too good. I don't want anybody else to get him. Sometimes you got to make hard decisions. Sometimes.
Yeah. If I was Vrabel, I would have hoped. I'm not sure how their relationship is. I would have made sure to have Mayo part of that team, at part of the coaching staff.
Well, he got sacked. We know he got sacked at least 5 times in the Cleveland game because Myles Garrett got him 5 times. Ooh, that's a lot. In 10 games, he's been sacked 34 times.
Shoot.
So he's on pace to get sacked over 60. We got 35 today, including today. So, man, he's on pace to get sacked 60 plus times.
Listen, what's David Carr's record of getting sacked when
76.
Yeah.
You don't want to be messing with that. They'll break you. They'll break you physically and mentally.
Absolutely, but that's a lot of hits, huh? That's a lot. It's a lot of wear and tear, especially for a quarterback only in his second year.
The Browns lose to the Jets by the score of 27-20. Browns coach Kevin Stefanski isn't ready to make a change at quarterback just yet. When asked by reporters if he planned to stick with rookie Dillon Gabriel as the team's starting quarterback, Stefanski asserted Gabriel will remain at the helm. After the loss to the Jets, Gabriel has thrown 869 yards, 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in his rookie season. He led Cleveland to just 1 win, with the game October 19th against the Dolphins, and they are now 2-7 on the year. Ocho? I just don't know how you're going to win games checking the ball down. I just don't know how.
I told you before. Listen, I love Dillon Gabriel. I love what he was able to do at Oregon. But in the NFL, If you're not able to throw inside of the hashes, outside of the numbers, if you can't make those throws like normal quarterbacks can do, you're not gonna win games checking the ball down. You're just not. Unless you have elite, superior talent around you, you're not going to be able to do it. You're not going to be able to do it.
They don't have
You're
that.
just not. I mean, dude, he was 17 for 32, 167. He had 2 TDs today. And for the Browns to have success, the running game has to be on. For the Browns to have success, the running game has to be slap ass on. It just has to, because that's the only way you're going to be able to fool teams is with play action, low RPO, and stuff like that. But just I at this point, I don't know what Stefanski's going to do. I think he's going to continue to die on this hill because they truly do not want Shedeur to get in there and start.
You lose a game in which the opposing quarterback goes 6 for 11, 54 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. So you lose a game in which the opposing team did not have 200 yards of total
That's crazy.
offense.
It's the NFL too now. Just mind you, this
Let me
the
take that
NFL.
back. They didn't have 170 yards of total offense, and you lost. Yes, your special teams let you down. You gave up a kick return for a touchdown, and you gave up a punt return for a touchdown. But this is not the first time that Justin has thrown for less than 100 yards.
He did earlier in the season.
Ocho, let's be all the way
Talk to
real.
me. Wait. Take your time now.
I just don't see it ever working for Justin Fields.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can we play devil's advocate and think about all the quarterbacks
Sure, go
that
ahead.
were
I'm here
there
for you.
and it didn't work for them? But obviously they went somewhere else to the right situation and it worked. A la Sam Darnold, who was the third pick in the draft, who went to the Jets.
Third pick
and
in
for
the
some
draft.
reason, it just didn't work.
What you call was the number 2 pick in the draft? Wilson, Zach Wilson.
Oh, okay. Yeah, bingo. So maybe it's just the Jets organization. They haven't had a good, competent
Ocho.
quarterback since Broadway Joe. And you told me Joe wasn't even that good.
He got more interceptions than touchdown passes, but that's not here. We're not here to talk about that. Ocho, Justin Fields had 54 yards passing. 42 of those yards came on a play.
The Brees Hall led
for a
the screen.
touchdown.
Hey, when you
So in other words, if we take that away, he completed 5 passes for 12 yards.
that don't even sound real, honestly. You heard me?
Even on their worst day, Zach Wilson and Sam Darnold didn't look like this.
Hey,
Man, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Maybe so, Ocho. Maybe he needs to get out of there and go somewhere else too. Maybe, but it ain't gonna be there. It ain't gonna be there. But here's the thing, Ocho. We've seen him in Chicago. We've seen him other places.
Listen, he was decent in Pittsburgh now. He was decent in Pittsburgh. The only thing that happened, I think they were 4-2. They were 4-2 when Russell Wilson came back, if I'm not mistaken. He was playing extremely well. But I was hoping finally Justin Fields gets his chance. He gets his team. Quarterback number 1, you don't have to worry about anything except going out there and playing freely because you're not peeking anybody over your shoulder. Nobody's coming to take your spot. This is your team. Now's your opportunity to show people what you can do. And it's just, I don't know.
I don't either. Like I said, hold on. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Cleveland.
Why Ash laughing at?
Oh, Lord.
What happened?
Boy,
It's
Cleveland.
bad, huh?
Yeah, look, Cleveland ain't trying to win. We got to stop expecting Shedeur, because Shedeur going to come in there and try to win. They don't want to win. They want to get draft picks. They're going to redo this thing.
I mean,
they're going to redo this thing. And would I be surprised after this season if Myles Garrett said, I gave y'all a chance, but y'all not going to do anything.
you think they're going to let him go?
Take them draft picks and rebuild. You gonna go 2-15 with
Right.
him?
You might well go 2-15 without him.
Might as well try to rebuild for the future and get 3 first-round
Right.
draft picks and go start over.
Yeah, I listen. I wouldn't mind seeing Miles come on right down the street, man. Come on down there in Cincinnati now. Have a good old time with your boy. What you think about that?
What?
Miles, come on down an hour down the street and come on down here to Cincinnati.
No. First of all, you do know who you start. First of all, the Browns used to be owned by
I know
Mike
the
Brown's
history.
dad.
I know the history. But I'm just listen. I can dream.
That ain't happening.
I can dream. I think, 'cause
I don't think there's no team in the AFC North that has a chance of getting Myles Garrett.
He'll be going to the NFC for sure.
I'm doing everything I can to get him out of the AFC.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody in the AFC want to offer three first round picks and a player, I'm gonna have. Long as it's not in my division,
good.
If it's in the AFC West or the AFC South, AFC East, somebody I'm only gonna see once every 2-3 years. Okay, I can deal with that. But somebody I got to play twice a year, Ocho? Oh hell no.
Not that kind of player. Absolutely not.
No.
I don't want none of that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But Cleveland's not that good, man. I'm happy for AG that he's put together 2 wins, but who's the worst team? Saints?
I mean, it's a toss up out of the Saints and the Jets, huh?
Yes, but the Saints only got 1 win, right? Yeah, I mean the Jets are 2-7, Cleveland's 2-7. Titans are 1-8.
Oh, I forgot about the Titans. Hey, the Titans been sliding right up under the radar, huh? They've been sliding. Hey,
they're gonna be bad. They trying to get that number 1 pick
to get and get what?
Something. Trade it and get some more picks. I mean, that's what you need to do, Ocho. Trade and get more picks.
One thing about it, boy, it's hell building a team, boy. It's hell building a team.
Unless you get that guy. You see how quickly Cincinnati turned it around once they got Joe? You see how Buffalo turned it around once they got Josh Allen? Look, the Kansas City was right there because they had Alex Smith. They got Alex Smith to the trade. But when they got Patrick Mahomes, what they do?
Yeah.
Look at the Chargers now that they got Herbert. You see? Every year, when you got that guy, Ocho, if you get a guy, you got a chance. Because I can feel it. If I got the foundation,
you're going from there. That's the easy part. But that's the problem. And I don't think that the chat understand how difficult, even if you're a fan of football, I'm talking about you don't understand how difficult it is. I don't know how far and few quarterbacks are. Good quarterbacks that you can lock in and say, you know what, this is my quarterback for the next decade, the next 15 years, and I can build around him. That is so difficult to find. I don't want to be disrespectful, but okay, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. But I ain't even thinking about it. I'm just waiting on them when Mary Kay Cabot reported that that Shedeur Sanders, when she reported, then I'll worry about it. But I'm not worried about it now because that ain't happening. They seem to be hell bent on trying to prove that Dillon Gabriel can play, and he might. Maybe we need to give him more time. He is a rookie quarterback, but I just don't think they have enough pieces around him to support him. But hey, they believe in him, so that's all we got.
Hey, I still can't believe that. Outside, if you take away Breece Hall 40-some yard run, Fields really had. Was it raining? Was it raining that game?
Yeah, it started raining. I don't. It didn't look like it was raining at the beginning of the game, but as it got later, it started coming down.
Damn, he only had 12 yards?
Yeah, if you take away that 42 yards.
Damn. I mean, even with the elements, I played in rain games and had over 100. But when you think about it, just operating a simple offense, basic offense, I right, I left. I mean, running curl routes, out routes. I mean, that's 12 yards right there. That's just one play. The fact, how do you have something like that in 4 quarters of play? Again, lets me know we're being cautious. We don't trust the ball in your hands. So therefore, this is what we have to do.
Yeah.
God damn.
Brees Hall was basically their offense. Of their 100, hold up, they had 40. So 42 and 127. That's 169. Brees Hall had 125 of the 169 total yards.
Nah, that's.
Yeah, I just think Justin Fields need to go somewhere. Woody Johnson is not. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter who plays quarterback. We've seen far too many. The only one that's had a little success for an extended period of time was Chad Pennington, but nobody else. I mean, Boomer. You got to go back to Boomer had his couple of years there in the 90s. You got to go back to Kenny O'Brien in the 80s. But it's just like sporadic. It's like kind of hit or miss. Vinny came there and had a good year back in, what was that? 98. They went to the AFC Championship game. We beat them in Denver. And then I think they had that historic comeback on Monday night. Remember they had that comeback again. It was against the Dolphins, I think, Ocho.
Yeah.
But it's just not working for no quarterback. And if I'm a quarterback, I just dread going to.
Well, hold on. It depends on the quarterback. You have to be him. You have to be a Lamar Jackson.
Aaron Rodgers was him. How he looked?
Oh yeah, you know what? But look where he was.
So a guy that got 4 MVPs and is a first ballot Hall of Famer, you look at an easy top 10, top 5 quarterback of all time. How did he look there?
You know what? When you put it like that, but this is the thing. How would a prime Aaron Rodgers look? He'd be fine because he can elevate everything around him.
Yeah. I mean, but you think about what you're saying now. You're talking about there ain't probably been 10 quarterbacks in the history of the game better than Aaron Rodgers. So you're talking, what's the likelihood of you possibly getting one of those?
Not likely. Not likely.
So I don't know, Joe.
Damn.
It's just Ocho, I don't know if you saw this game this morning, but Jonathan Taylor runs for 244 rush yards, 3 touchdowns. And the Colts' 31-25 victory over the Falcons in Berlin is Taylor's 3rd career 200-yard rushing day. Taylor is the 4th player in NFL history to have at least 200 yards rushing and at least 3 rushing touchdowns in a game twice in his career. He joins Jim Brown, Adrian Peterson, and Derrick Henry. He moved past Hall of Famer Edgerrin James for the most rushing touchdowns in Colts history. For me, him and Matthew Stafford, it's hard for me to overlook Matthew Stafford and what he's doing. He's had 3 straight games where he's thrown at least 4 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. That's fact. I don't think he's thrown an interception in the last 6 games. And he got 20 touchdowns in the last 6 games with no picks. With that being said, Jonathan Taylor's carrying this offense, man.
Absolutely. Listen.
Daniel Jones was doing his best job to get his game away. He tried his damnedest. And Shane Steichen said, you know what? I got this workhorse in the backfield. Man, let me turn around. Man, let me take the ball out your damn. You hand the ball off to JT.
But, the goddamn Falcon defense was putting that pressure on Buddy, man. He's putting that pressure.
They got him 7 times, Ocho.
So obviously he was a little bit rattled, trying to process. He trying to sit back there and go through his goddamn reads. He getting hit in the head every goddamn time.
You know what, Ocho? A lot of times is that, look, sacks are going to happen. But just hold on to the ball. You can't every time they hit you let the ball go. Because that's going to happen. And then the interception, I'm like, I give him credit. The old Daniel Jones at the Giants, I'm not sure he's going to stand there like he did today.
He gone.
But when you got that guy right there, that is a threat anytime to hit his head on the goalpost, they got him bottled up. He steps outside,
Yeah.
Pieced it out. I mean, 244 rushing yards. Tack on another 42 yards receiving, Ocho. Man had damn near 270 yards. Tyler Warren. I love this kid. Look, and this is not a knock on Lovelace. I think that's the tight end in Chicago, because I think they took him. Is it Lovelace or Loveland? Loveland. But I like the Warren kid.
He's nice.
He is sensational.
He's nice.
He a go-getter. I love his game. Watching him at Penn State, I said, yeah. He the real deal. I love his game. JT's over 1,100 yards, 1,139 rush yards, and 10 games. So he got 7 games to go.
No, 8.
Oh, they got they got 10. They already played 10. They got 17 games.
Okay. 10.
Yeah, they haven't had their bye week yet, I don't think. So that's why they got 10, and the Falcons have only played 3. Only played 9.
Let me see.
But these tight ends, man, the tight ends, Ocho, they just got more tight ends to do it. They just got more. They were just back in the 80s, and you have 1 or 2. You had Ozzie and Kellen, and then in the 90s you had Jay Novacek for a couple of years, and then Ben Coates and myself. You had Star. I know the Patriots fans. You guys will remember Starvin Marvin Cook, but for the most part, now it was always like 1 or 2, maybe 3 on the high end.
Yes.
Now you got McBride. Now you got Hawkinson. Now you got Laporta.
Bowers.
Now you got this kid Warren. You got Loveland. You got just so many guys. You got a Mark Andrews. You got a Travis Kelce. You got a Rondé Gasson II. You just got so many guys, Ocho. You got a Brock Bowers. You had Kraft that ended up tearing his knee for the Green Bay Packers. You have so many guys now that can do it, that it doesn't even seem special anymore. It seems special when there's only a handful of guys doing it. Now you got a bunch of these guys can do it. But man, he was. I was like, damn. But he's definitely in the MVP discussion.
Taylor. Jonathan, you talk about Jonathan Taylor?
How many yards did can you figure out how many yards Saquon had at this point last year, 10 games into the season? So because he damn sure got to be on pace for 2,000.
Yeah, he should be. Absolutely. If
he got he's in 10 games, he has 1139, so he's averaging like 113 yards a game. So 113 times 7, what would that give him? Would that give him 2,000? Yeah, we forgot about Kittle.
I said it. I said
okay.
it.
Hell, we're gonna talk about the Rams in a minute. They threw a touchdown. Every tight end for the Rams caught a touchdown but me. Hell, I was like, call my old ass out of retirement and throw me one. Shh, damn, 49ers. Y'all gonna cover anybody tight end?
You gonna pinch him? Something.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. They were like, they were giving that touchdown like Oprah gave out cars that time. You get a car and you'll get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. But Taylor, man, he is.
He balling.
How many does Jonathan Taylor have?
I think Jonathan Taylor has 1,139 yards.
Saquon had 1,137.
Wow.
What happened?
So he's 2 yards ahead of what Saquon was at the same time last year. But he got way more touchdowns than Saquon had. I think he got like 15 touchdowns.
Damn, already?
Touchdowns. Yeah. He got a chance to get LT's record.
31?
Now,
31?
yeah. No. So if he averages, he got 15. He can get 25. You get 25. They're going to seriously give this guy. If he gets 2,000 yards and say 25, the 30 touchdowns, he's going to be MVP.
That is a possibility. It would have to be a quarterback to come on and just have a crazy surge the last 8 weeks. They would have to have a crazy surge, and
because what? Go ahead, Ocho. What are you saying?
If there is one, I would say it would probably be Matt Stafford, especially if they keep winning.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Stafford, definitely. Stafford, Drake May.
Hey, but Drake May balling now. But Drake May is balling. He wheeling and dealing down there in New England, boy.
Wow. Jonathan Taylor has 2 more yards on 8 fewer carries than what Saquon had at the same time last year, but he has 7 more touchdowns.
Crazy.
So, and we know what we was thinking about Saquon at this point in time. And the thing is, you can't stack the line because they got a competent quarterback and they got receivers that can go get the football. You got a Tyler Warren, you got a Pierce, you got a Michael Pittman Jr., you got Downs. So you got guys. You can't just play 8 in the box. You really try to lead these guys one-on-one outside?
No, not at all.
So,
hey, the funny thing about it is when you watch film, you see Taylor have games like he had last week. Hell, we in week 10. You already know where the ball is going. And he's still getting off and do what he wants to do. And I think there is a healthy balance. Obviously, Daniel Jones was a little shaky today. He was a little shaky last week. But outside of that, since week 1, he's been really good throwing the ball through the air. He's been really good at it. So there's a healthy balance that they do have, despite Jonathan Taylor having an impeccable season thus far. Teams are going to prove, all right, you're going to have to beat us through the air. We're not allowing you to run the ball. If we have to run a goddamn 4-6 Bear defense, you finna throw that goddamn ball.
Yeah, well, that's what's going to happen. But here's the thing. The thing that concerns me is that their tackles been getting their ass kicked.
Hey,
their tackles been getting their ass kicked.
Who the hell is that goddamn left tackle?
Hell, the right one, Smith. I forget the left tackle name.
But both of them, not just the left one, the right one too.
Both of them had got their ass handed to them today.
Yeah.
This is Indy's schedule next week? Oh, okay, here's Indy's schedule. At Chiefs, Texans at home, at Jags, at Seahawks, 49ers at home, Jags at home, at Texans.
Hey, that Chiefs game, they need to be able to move that to a primetime game, depending on what time it is.
It's the morning game. It's a 1 a.m. game.
Damn. Yeah, that's one supposed to be 4:30.
I'm looking. They got the Colts play the 49ers. That's a Monday night game.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Chiefs play the Broncos next week.
Oh, y'all finna get mollywopped. Hey, but y'all finna get mollywopped, boy.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
Ain't happening. But the Colts moved to 8-2, number 1 seed in the AFC currently, thanks to a 31-25 overtime victory over the Atlanta Falcons. Ocho, DeMarcus Lawrence had scored 2 defensive touchdowns on plays that seemed so similar to each other. Same guys forced the fumble. D-Law, Johnny on the spot picks it up. But D-Law returned 2 fumbles for touchdown, became the 6th player and the 6th player since at least 1991 with 2 defensive touchdowns in the first half of a game. Seahawks finished with 5 sacks while playing without injured starters Julian Love, Josh Jobe, Ernest Jones IV, and Jaron Reed. They got after Jacoby Brissett.
Absolutely.
They got it.
Absolutely.
Ocho, me and you talked about this. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to have to start catching the ball. It's really that simple.
Yeah. He's been.
It's really that simple, Ocho. He too good, Ocho. He too good to have those drops like that, man. He too good. And his dad say the offense not flowing and so forth and so on. But hey, Marv, your son got to hold on to the ball, bro. He does. He does.
A little inconsistent. Jacoby
Brissett was 22 of 42, 258, 2 touchdowns. Got sacked 5 times. How he ended up with numbers like this, I don't know. Because hell, it seemed like every time in the first half he dropped back the pass, they was on his ass.
McBride had a day. McBride had not.
McBride. I mean, look, he one of the better tight ends. 9 catches, above 27, one touchdown on 13 targets. DeMarcado 3 for 40 on 4 catches. Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yes, sir.
Ocho 3 catches, 12 targets.
Oof. Hey, they were trying to get him that rock, boy. They were trying to get him that rock.
If they throw it to you, you can't throw it back at them. I mean, we got to be real, Chad. Y'all watch the game. He drops a lot of passes. He does.
Hey, it was 35-0 in the second quarter.
Yes.
It was 8 minutes left in the second quarter. It was 35-0. This is the NFL game. I mean, when Arizona played the Cowboys last week, man, we was hooping and hollering, excited. Oh, they're probably not going to start Kyler Murray. They felt Jacoby Brissett was the better option going forward. He looked good. But you see what happened when you go against a real team with a better defense, with a real defense, and they coming to get you. You got maybe 2.5 seconds to get that ball out your hands, and that's about it. And that Seattle offense.
They didn't have to do Ocho. Sam Darnold was 10 of 12 for 178 yards.
Hey.
This man threw the ball 12 times, Ocho, in an NFL game. And won convincingly. It wasn't even that close. They ran the ball 46 times for 198 yards. Charbonneau had 14 carries for 83 yards. Kenneth Walker III had 14 for 67.
Hey.
But Jackson Smith and Jigba, 5 for 93 and a tub. Cooper Kupp, 2 for 74. That was the damage right there. That was 7 for 167 right there.
Hey, Charbonneau remind me of Robert Smith when he was with the Vikings.
Yeah.
Same running style, shirt tucked in, pants high.
The thing is, Ocho, this game they might have scored 60 if Sam Darnold holds on to if they don't fumble the ball, and then he turn it over. This game could have easily been 50 to 10, 50 something, whatever.
Man, the coaches would have been fighting on the field after the game if they ran that score up like that.
They wasn't running it up, Ocho. All they had to do was not turn it over.
That was a good game. Hey, Seattle looked good, man. On both sides of the ball. Yeah.
Seattle looked good, man. They look good. Their defense get after you. And think about how many starters they had. Julian Love starter. Josh Jobe starter. Ernest Jones the fourth starter. Jaron Reed. That's 4 starters. And they had a performance like this today. They good. They good. They can run it. They can throw it. They can get after the quarterback. And now they got Wolin and they got Spoon.
Spoon, nice. Wolin.
We'll find out a lot next week because they got the Rams. They ain't gonna be put to the test because you got Devontae and Puka.
Hey, where they playing at?
In LA.
Well, let's go to the game. Man. I hit Stan. We get courtside.
I'm good.
Hey, you don't never want to hang out with me, boy. I tell you about.
I don't want to hang out at the game.
I tell you about black folk, boy. Y'all be killing me.
Hey, I told you I'm coming down to visit you in the off season.
Wait, we gonna wait all the way to the off season?
Yeah, we working now.
Man, you need to learn to live a little bit, man. You could come down here right now. We could do the show, like in the same house. I think the people would love to see that. We.
I don't think they love
side by side.
And plus, I got to, I got to take a few trips. I got to do some stuff for some other stuff. So I got to save my.
Okay.
Ocho, backup quarterback Davis Mills and the Texans overcame a 19-point fourth quarter deficit to stun the Jags. It's the second largest comeback in franchise history, only behind the 21-point comeback win over the Chargers in 2013. It's the first time the Jaguars had led by 19 points in a game and lost. Before today, they were 53-0 in such games, including the playoffs, and were the only current NFL franchise that had won each such game.
Hey.
Man, Trevor Lawrence, man.
Hey, he's the answer, but he had a bad day today, though.
Yeah, but far too many of these.
Yeah, he had it.
Remember the Rams game over there? What were they in London?
Yeah.
He stunk that one up.
He stunk it up. He just need a little bit more.
Ocho, 13 of 23, $158.
8.
Ocho, they barely had 200. I don't know. They had 250 yard passing.
Hey, that fourth quarter was bad, huh? But the Texans outscored the goddamn Jaguars 26-0 in the fourth quarter. One quarter.
Yeah, that's how we did. That's how we did it. You know, we scored 33 against the
in
Giants.
a quarter.
33 in the fourth quarter. We were
Well,
down.
how many possessions y'all had? 3 or 4?
Don't worry about it. Enough to score 33 points.
I mean, they must have turned the ball over twice.
I tell you what. I know what we did to them Bengals.
Who? I wasn't playing. Was I?
We the one that got Jake Browning on the bench. Made him trade for Joe Flacco. Here's where you lost the game at, Jags. Texas was 10 or 15 on third down.
Hey, super duper efficient. Super duper efficient. I'm trying.
They had 69 plays. You had 55 plays. They had 11 drives. You had, but they averaged 6 yards per play. You averaged 3.9.
That's crazy. Oh, 26.
See, like the Jags spent a lot of effort to beat the Chiefs. Remember, they had to go. Didn't they go to overtime to beat the Raiders last week?
Man, Trevor Lawrence. Lastly, just a little bit more consistency. That's it. A little bit more consistency.
Man, Ocho. I get it, but we've been at this for a while now.
Yeah.
We keep saying we need him to be a little bit more consistent, and he ain't being consistent.
Not at all. He's not playing well. He's too up and down. You don't know what Trevor Lawrence you're gonna get, but he got all the talent in the world. He got all the.
Oh, they did. He can make every throw. He's athletic.
He got all the intangibles.
He got a big time arm.
Exactly what you look for in a quarterback, a franchise quarterback, which is just want him to have a string, be able to put him back to back, put him back to back to back to back to back to back to back. If you're gonna have errors, let's minimize them. He's having one too many. One too many. There's no way a team is supposed to be able to come back in a game like this and score 26. 26. As a quarterback, you're supposed to give me my best chance to win. Not just win, but at least compete week to week. Shh. You playing against a backup quarterback?
But that defense, man, they saw that. Hold on, man. We stopped it. We got a touchdown. Hey, let's hold them again. Let's hold, man. Hey, Anderson Jr. and the guy they got from Minnesota. What's his name? Daniil Hunter.
Daniil, yeah. Hey, them boy nice, boy.
Ooh.
Hey, they coming to the party. Invitation or no invitation?
Yeah. Remind you of somebody else you know, huh? Old Bronco
Who
country.
That? Benito?
Old Bronco country. Benito, Zach Allen, Cooper. Yeah. We still ain't got nobody. Hey, we ain't got nobody within 10 sacks of us. Man, we don't have. Hey, we do.
They might catch you.
Who? They ain't had their bye yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we had our bye yet either. Well, we played 10 games.
Hey, y'all defense is real good though. Like
yeah. And we ain't even got
really
Pat.
good.
Once we get Pat back,
I'm talking about like really, really, really good.
oh, I D legit. I D legit.
You got to get that offense going.
Our offense stresses them a lot.
You got to get that offense going.
We definitely got to get the offense going. But that was a good game. I watched this through its entirety. Man, my cable bill gonna be like $600. All these damn channels I got to get to watch these games.
Wait, just use YouTube.
Rookie,
use
huh?
NFL Red Zone?
Man, no comment. Rookie Tyler Shook threw 2 touchdowns to earn the Saints' first win as they defeat the Panthers 17-7. It marks the 8th time in 9 starts this season that Bryce Young was limited to fewer than 200 passing yards. Panthers coach Dave Canales described the loss as frustrating. Yeah. You lost to a team that had one win coming into this ball game. And y'all look terrible. See how funny
the NFL is? You see how week to week, ain't no telling what's going to happen. Ain't no listen, if you was a gambling man again, I'm going to say it again. If you was a gambling man and understand the game of football and you was betting, you betting on the Panthers to win this game. You betting on the Panthers to win this game based on how they look this season. They've surprised us. They surprised y'all. They ain't surprised me because I said this is how they was going to look. But today, if I had put money down, I would have bet the house on them to win today. The Saints, who've only won 1 game, ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. Nah.
And they're home.
Nah. Hey, but there's a reason they say any given Sunday. And this is a visual representation of exactly what that phrase means.
Bryce's going to have to get it together, Ocho.
Would you say he got to get it together?
He's going to have to get it together.
Oh, quiet boy.
I think next year is going to be make or break for him. I'm not sure they pick up that option, that 5th-year option. I don't think they're going to do that, but next year is going to be huge for him. He's going to have the best year of his career.
Yeah.
The mere fact that he's not about to get no $300 million deal tell you everything you need to know.
They don't see.
But give the Saints credit. Alvin Kamara ran the ball, 22 rushes, 83 yards. Chris Olave had his best game of the season, 5 catches.
You saw that one. You saw that one-hand catch he had.
Johnson, 4 catches, 92 yards on a touchdown. Kamara, 3 catches, 32 yards. But they played well. They played extremely well. The defense did a great job of getting after Bryce Young. They stymied Rico, 23 carries for 73 yards total for the Carolina offense. That's not nearly good enough. That's not nearly good enough. It hurt them that they fumbled the football. When he fumbled the football, what's the guy from Horn? Jimmy Horn.
Jimmy.
He fumbled the ball and that won't do it. That won't do it. Ocho, in a game that set offensive football back 50, 60, 70 years, the Broncos beat the Raiders in a snooze fest by the score of 10-7. Denver extends its winning streak to 7 games. The Broncos move to 8-2. Their next game is against the Chiefs at home. Bo Nix was 16 of 28, 150, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Geno Smith was 16 of 26, 143, 1 interception. It was bad. It was just bad football all around. Thank you, Denver's defense. I don't understand. I'm looking at the Broncos. I don't listen. There's enough blame to go around, Ocho. I don't know what Sean Payton was calling tonight.
Right.
I don't know. You got the wind at your back, and you won't throw it down the field.
Yes,
you get
sir.
the wind in your face, you say, okay, both throw it down the field. I don't get you block a punt and you go backwards. You get a pick and you go backwards. It was just bad offensive football, and I just remember being in games like this when I was in Denver and we were really good, Ocho, and it was almost like we had lost the game. It was almost like a funeral because you have a certain level of expectations that you expect to play to.
Yes.
And Mike, you hear me say this all the time. You never accept anything in a win that you wouldn't in a loss.
Right.
We won the game, but you cannot be happy with the way we played in winning the game. You play any team that you think you're a playoff team, okay, maybe they go to the playoffs. You're not winning playing that type of offensive football.
Yeah,
you just beat a bad team. The Raiders are bad.
Yes,
they're bad, Ocho. I mean, there's no way around it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The Raiders are a bad team.
Yes.
Go ahead.
But listen, the Raiders are 2-8. Offensively, they couldn't get anything going. If I'm not mistaken, they had 12 or 13 drives a series.
Okay.
Where they went 3 and out, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, Geno, with the offense playing as bad as they can't overcome interceptions. The goddamn Broncos defense, they are so goddamn good. Yeah, I'm not saying they're the 2000 Ravens. I'm not saying they're the Legion of Boom, or they're not the no-fly zone of the Broncos season when they went to the Super Bowl. But they are goddamn good. They're very good. And minus, P2's not even playing right now. I think he's going for the next 3 weeks. And they were phenomenal. They were phenomenal. And that's why they were in the game. And for the Raiders, you have to understand, games like this is why kickers are so important, Unc. Even though it was a snooze fest, it was an opportunity for the game to go in overtime. All the kicker for the Raiders had to do was make the kick. Just make the kick. Games are won and lost on the leg sometimes. You got one job to do, Unc. You have one job to do as a kicker that can give your team a chance to win, or tie a game, or send it in overtime. And he wasn't able to do that. And listen, you said it right. It was a snooze fest tonight. Not much offense, but it was a lot of defense played. And there's really not much to take away from it. But you do get games like this. You do have to win ugly games like this. And listen,
the Broncos been winning ugly games. They beat the Texans last week. Yes. They beat basically the games just because you score a bunch of points in the end. It's been ugly. I mean, you can't keep spotting teams like this. That's the Raiders.
Yeah.
I mean, you play good teams. It's going to be very interesting. Spot the Chargers like this. Spot Kansas City like this, and see what happens. You can't keep. We can come back. It's great.
Can I say something? Mm-hmm. Can I say something? Even if you do spot them, Monk, and even with the Chargers, even with the Chargers offense, even with the Chiefs offense, I don't think. Let's not underestimate how good the Broncos defense is.
Oh, the defense legit.
Listen, on all 3 levels. And the offense might be somewhat of Achilles heel for them right now, but even special teams is good. The special team is good, and the defense is phenomenal. So they can overcome bad offensive play because they can make up for it in certain areas.
But here's the thing. What happens, look, this was a bad team. The Raiders are bad. There's no way around it. And I thought the game plan that they implemented tonight was bad. I thought Bo Nix played his worst game of the year. Tonight, he was just downright awful. But Ocho, other teams, Kansas City got an offense and a defense. The Chargers got an offense and a defense. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you're going to go, man, look here. People keep telling me, man, y'all just picking on Riley Moss because that guy dropped a touchdown.
Yeah.
That guy dropped an effing touchdown.
Yes.
Geno Smith overshot Lockett in the first half, wide open. Mm-hmm. Now, I understand that is a tough route to cover. It is. He missed Lockett on one and he missed the other. I think it was Thornton that ran a whip route. Yep. Those are hard route to cover, but we got to stop this. I understand, hey, you don't normally see white guys. You can probably count on one hand in the last 50 years that you've seen a white guy play corner. But, boy, if that defense didn't have Allen and Bonito and Cooper and those guys that can get up the quarterback.
Hey, Unc, them boys nasty up front, man.
Oh, they jump off the ball now.
Matter of fact, the front 4 for the Broncos right now is the way we talked about the front 4 for the Eagles last year.
Yeah, they get off the ball.
They are hell, especially them 2 on the out. Them 2, that goddamn
Bonito and Cooper.
Hey, you see how fast he get off the goddamn ball?
Yeah, I do.
What?
Hey,
the hell?
don't sleep on 99. Oh, Allen.
Oh yeah, in the middle.
boy, he whipping ass in there.
Yeah, he nice. He nice. He real nice. Hey, for some reason, on every team, why is it always that the guard and the center are always the weak link to the offensive line?
Because your most athletic guys are edge rushers. Your Myles Garrett, your T.J. Watts, your Bonitos, those guys that play the edge. Lawrence Taylor, Derek Thomas, all those guys play the edge. So you put your most athletic, you put your least athletic guys on the inside.
Right. Okay.
But then you get a guy like an Aaron Donald or a Warren Sapp, and they're going to whip hell out of him.
Oh, yep.
And so that's what happens. And Allen, he's tall for a D tackle.
Right.
So, and the thing is, he can lock out. And so now he locks out. He'll rip. He'll swim. He's phenomenal.
Yeah,
he's having a. There ain't a whole lot of defensive tackles that are better than him. They might have bigger names, but he plays it all. He plays the run. He gets after your quarterback. He can pressure your quarterback. He bat passes. He'll put your quarterback on the ground. He's a hard playing Jesse. Now you got those two guys that's on the outside, Benito and Cooper, that's forcing everything inside. So you step up. Here he's there to clean up.
Right there, yeah.
So it's first come, first serve. Meet me at the quarterback. I'll be there in about 0.73 seconds.
Hey.
You better not be late if you're late. But look, they set the game of football back. This offensive football, what we watched tonight, this is not indicative of the Broncos. I'm sorry. I've seen the Broncos, and I watch them every week, and I try to watch them closely. And the third quarter is normally a snooze fest for them. But they're a better football team than what they showed tonight, Ocho.
They are.
Now, offensively, defensively, and special teams won them this game tonight.
Yes, but also I think Unc, if I'm not mistaken, the way the play calling was, I think Sean Payton was actually protecting Bo Nix, making sure he doesn't put him in situations that weren't advantageous for them, where he can turn the ball over. Because I see Bo Nix as somewhat of a gunslinger. Unc. He like to let that thing go. He liked to let it go. So the play calling, to me, it was somewhat conservative to make sure he doesn't put Bo Nix in situations where he can turn the ball over and give the Raiders opportunities to score. That's
9 of 30 on third downs, Ocho.
Hey,
the two teams combined 9 of 30.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, ain't it? That's
9 of 30. Ocho, the Broncos had it 31, and they run a gimmick.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to Bo Nix throw the ball to Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton is going to throw the ball. Come on, bro, get the first. Y'all are not, you see you're struggling offensively.
Right.
That's what I don't get. I see we're struggling offensively. The last thing I need to do is get these guys off the field. Let me get this first down, and maybe we can stay in a rhythm. It's hard. The Broncos punter, he was terrible. The Raiders punter is putting the ball down at the foot line.
Right.
He put the ball out of damn midfield.
Yeah.
He damn near missed the whole ball. He kicked one ball with his shin.
Yeah.
I'm like, how you missed the whole damn ball?
Yeah, he shanked it. He shanked it bad.
He shanked a couple of them. I'm like, well, maybe he can't see. I'm like, bro, what is going on? It's the bright lights. You're not going to play again for another 10 days, Ocho. You got the weekend off. That display, what they put on display tonight. Defensively, the Broncos are legit defensively. You're not going to find you're not going to find two. Hey, they're top 3 defense, and I'm not so sure they're not 2 or 3.
Yeah, listen.
Their front seven matches up with anybody. I don't give a damn who their front seven is. If you like Minnesota, if you like the Texans, if you like the Eagles, if you like the Rams, I don't care who you like. Green Bay, I don't care. Their front seven, their best defensive player is not there. He's not back. Pat Surtain II. But when you put him back in there,
hey,
they're legit. Chargers beat the Steelers 25-10. Keenan Allen passes Antonio Gates for the most receptions in Chargers history. Gates, friend of mine, a Pro Football Hall of Famer, had 955, and now Keenan Allen has 956. But Ocho, watching this game tonight, Steelers aren't good.
Pure dominance from the Chargers. The Steelers aren't good. They're not good enough. Obviously, offensively, you can't turn the ball over.
Nope.
It was the first 2 quarters. I was like, okay, this is a good game. It's 3-2. Defense Man, listen, both defense playing extremely well. Both offenses really couldn't get nothing going. But at some point, the Chargers, you know how they are. They're gonna keep chipping and chipping and chipping. At some point, that offense is gonna catch fire. They're gonna start moving the ball. When they get in the red zone, they're gonna score and put up some points. And the defense played so well. They had Aaron Rodgers shook. They had him uncomfortable. He rushed some throws, some very, very bad habits, even though he is a very good thrower of the ball, some very bad habits, causing balls to sail on him, which were really easy completions, drop passes that ended up being interceptions. They really couldn't get anything going all night long. On third down, the damn Steelers was what? Hold on, I just had it right in front. They were 2 for 11. 2 of 11? But you ain't finna do nothing with that. You're not finna do nothing with that at all. So listen, the Chargers played really well. Even though the Steelers lost the game, they are still first in the division. I think they was.
Not for much longer though.
Oh, the Bengals coming. I'm glad you know that. I'm glad. Hey, see, I'm glad you. Hey, you know football. That's one thing I can say about you. I don't care what they say, but you know football. You know the Bengals coming to take that division over. So, but listen.
No, there's no chance of that. Ocho, you mentioned that they're not good defensively. No. If they can't get to your quarterback, they're very average on the back end. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
Chad, I know y'all like the Steelers, and most of people my age and they have a lot of fans. They travel really well, but the Steelers aren't good. If they can't, if those two guys outside can't get to your quarterback, if they can't attack your quarterback, give the quarterback any amount of time. They're either going to be a completion or it's going to be a holding. That's what it is. And their offensive line, the Steelers' offensive line, isn't good. Aaron Rodgers is not as mobile as he once was, so he can't keep continuously getting himself out of harm's way. He had some bad throws. They sailed on him. He had DK early in the game, sailed that one. The other one, he hit the guy right between the numbers. Yeah, Austin had one slip through his hand to get the pick. I don't know why the punt returner is trying to, you saying get away, and then you tried to field the ball. You never field the ball below your waist. If you got to go down here to catch it, Ocho, you know you don't field no punt like that. You've been fielding punts far too long to know you don't take a ball below your waist. And here you are trying to do something that your coach not to do, trying to be a hero, and guess what? You give them another cheap, easy 3 points. But the Steelers, just watching the Steelers, and you watch, like I said, you watch them. And yeah, they're 5-4, they're winning, but they're not good. They don't have a team that can compete for a championship. Now, Mike Tomlin's going to go and tell them and give all these great clips and these great sound bites, but he know deep down they don't have a team that can compete for a championship.
The funny thing about it is they have the players on paper. When they got some of the offseason acquisitions that they did get, I was like, okay, the Steelers are going to be nice. The Steelers are going to be real nice. Obviously, getting Jalen Ramsey, Darius Slay, big play Slay is there. TJ Watt signed. So they got Cam Hayward done. I'm like, okay, you know what? On all three levels, defensively, they're going to be all right. If there is a weakness, if there is a weak link, it'd probably be the second level, but they would make up for that on the back end and up front. But listen, what happened?
Let's be real. Those are names. Yeah. Those guys ain't played good in a while, Ocho. We going to keep it real tonight, Nightcap. Their names, Steelers are good with names. They got big names, but those guys haven't played well in a while. That's why they're on other teams.
Hey, I mean, man, that's difficult. I know what you mean. Ramsey wanted out in Miami. He wanted out of Miami. I thought the Steelers would have been a great situation for him. I think he's still one of the better corners, even though he's moved to safety. You got the experience with Ramsey. Then you have big play Slay. Yeah, listen, Slay looked good last year when he was with Philly. He played extremely well in the playoffs as well. So, I mean, when you say they haven't played.
Yeah, when you had that pass rush. But what happens when them guys can't get home and you got to hold just a tad longer? Like I said, if you look at the names on paper, the names went to the Pro Bowl. Went to the Pro Bowl. Went to the Pro Bowl. He's an all-pro. He did this. But all the guys, they haven't played well in a while. They haven't. That's not to say they weren't good at a particular time, because every guy that you mentioned was. They were good. They're just not what they once were now, and that's what the Steelers need. People are not. It used to be a time, Ocho. People were in awe of names. Now people will make an example out of you and use you to catapult themselves because of your name. And people ain't look, all I know is like what Paul Pierce told me. He said, look, I beat Steph in the 3-point competition. I say, man, that man was his rookie year. Was he Steph Curry? Is he the greatest shooter of all time? I don't know how old he was. Okay. Ain't nobody gonna care. Man, this guy was in his 13th year. This guy was in his 11th year. All I know was that who you said he was? They're not good. They're not. They're just not. And at some point in time, we gotta call it. We gotta call it like we see it. They got good. They got big names. But if Watt and Highsmith can't get home, if that front can't get home, because they got Hebring and they got a couple of other guys. If those guys don't get home, that ball getting completed on the back end. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. But they're not close, Ocho. They're not. I mean, look at this. They had 11 first downs. There were 211 on third down. They had 221 yards of ball. Hold on. That's Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
Yeah. They had
the ball, Ocho. They had the ball for 22
He had a bad
minutes.
day. He had a bad day at the office, huh? He had a bad day at office. It happens. It happens to the best of us. It happens to some of the better teams, as we'll talk about later on in the show. Teams that we expect to play well. I expect this to be probably one of the better games today. Out of the 1 o'clock in the
yes,
I
me
thought
too.
It was one of the better games. It just the funny thing about the NFL. It's just you get games like this where you're expecting to be not a blowout, but you expect it to be exciting. You expect it to be two offensive teams scoring back and forth, and it just wasn't that. It just didn't give that. So it's weird. It's really really weird how that works week to week, where you can never really guarantee what's going to happen.
I don't know what the Steelers were thinking. I don't know they were supposed to be in play for Waddle, and there are a couple of other receivers they should have been in play for, but they should have, because really they don't have but one guy. And if he can't complete the ball to DK, it ain't getting completed. The other guys are just guys. They're guys. They're twos, low twos, threes.
But sometimes you got to win with that. Sometimes those twos and
you ain't win no championship with that.
Hey, what you mean? They have to make plays. They got to catch the ball. This is the NFL. Every team can't have 1-1s or 1-2s. You just can't. You have to make do with what you got. So it's up to those players, the Calvin Austins, anyone outside of DK, the tight ends, they have to make those plays.
Well, you need Steve Austin, the $6 million man in Pittsburgh, if you're going to make some plays with what they got. Because Aaron is not what he once was. He can't move around like he once did. He's not as accurate as he once was because you're forcing him to move. I mean, Aaron Rodgers thrown intercept. Man, there were times Aaron Rodgers threw 4 interceptions in a season. He's got 4 in the last 2 games. We never. This ain't the Aaron Rodgers that we used to seeing. Yeah, he could. The thing is, Ocho, and I've said this, having a player that played really good when I was young, and as I started to get older, the thing that I tell people, you can have a big game, you just can't have them with the regularity you did when you were in your prime. And we've seen Aaron Rodgers have games that remind you that is the old Aaron Rodgers. But they just don't come with the frequency like they once did. And that's what they need. They needed Aaron Rodgers. They need MVP Aaron Rodgers that could carry an average or mediocre defense. He can't do that now. As guys what do they need, Ocho? What did Tom Brady need? Tom Brady need guys that could elevate him. He needed a Godwin. He needed Mike Evans. He needed a K. Dot, and he needed Gronk to come back. He needed an Antonio Brown. Those guys that he once won with in New England had gotten old. And he could no longer elevate them. So now I need you to help pull me. Because I can't pull you guys no more. I can't carry you no more. That's okay. But if the Steelers was going to stand pat with what they had, there's no way they thought that was good enough to win. No way. No way.
Hey, listen, we halfway through the season. They had some good games. They had some games where they played well. Then they had some shitty games like tonight. I mean, you're going to have games. You want to be as consistent as possible. You want to be as consistent as possible in hitting your stride. You want to hit your stride offensively and defensively at the right time. You don't want to peak too early. You want to peak too soon. You want to hit it at the right time. I still think they do have a chance. The fact that they are still first in the division, they got to play better. They got to play better. We've seen teams have games like this and then hit it right when it counts and when it matters most.
But we've seen them skate by a couple of victories that they could have. I mean, I don't think there were any games that they lost that they should have won. But we've seen some games that they won they should have lost. That Jet game, if that guy doesn't fumble that ball, but it is what it is. We'll see. There are 9 games. They played 9 games. They're 5-4. There's 8 games left. I don't believe they can hold the Ravens off. With the way the Ravens are currently playing, with Lamar playing at the level at which he's playing, I don't believe they can hold him off, Ocho.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm gonna let you have that one because I was gonna mention who they actually played, and the team they actually played did a phenomenal job today, and there's a reason why they're probably gonna win the AFC East and rejuvenize their season. Don't worry about it. If you can you can hear.
The AFC East, that's New England's division.
Who?
That's New England's division.
It's time. It's 8 games left.
Ocho, Eagles 10, Packers 7, a scoreless first half. The first time in nearly 2 years that the NFL has had a scoreless first half. But the Eagles make enough plays, a big play over the top of 36 yards, Jalen Hurts to Devontae Smith, former teammates at the University of Alabama, and that was really the difference in the ball game as they win 10-7. Ocho, I'm going to let you take it. Go ahead.
Unless you're a defensive guy, that's the only way you enjoy
your microphone. Where your microphone? You're muffled.
Oh shoot, my bad. It's way over. Hey, I'm glad you said something. Can you hear me now? Yeah. I say unless you're a defensive guy, that's the only way you enjoy this game. That's the only way you enjoy this game. You expect a lot. You expect a lot of points, especially from the Green Bay Packers. The way we talked about them before the season started, with all the weapons that they have, Jordan Love actually continuing to get better, year to year, and it was bad, huh? It was bad. Saquon almost got loose a little bit, so I expected him to finally make his visit to the party and having a big game and do some of the things that Jonathan Taylor's been doing as of late, but that didn't happen. It was a close game. It was a game where the team with the fewest mistakes was going to win. The team with the fewest mistakes was going to win, and in the end, there was an opportunity for Green Bay to be able to tie it, and it just didn't happen. They missed. I'm not sure if you enjoyed this game. Maybe you might have liked it based on what you saw, but I'm not going to call it a snooze fest because I was hyped before the game started. Oh my goodness, the Packers playing. Oh, the Eagles playing. I thought maybe it would have been it's going to be a barn burner, but it was upsetting.
Yeah, it left a lot to be desired. I mean, we're thinking about 2 teams, 2 quarterbacks that's been to the Pro Bowl, 1 quarterback that's won a Super Bowl. He's been a Super Bowl MVP. I don't think either quarterback played particularly well in this game. I thought Jalen Hurts made the throws that he needed to make, especially that big one to Devontae Smith. Could have put a nice a ribbon on that bow, a nice bow on the box had he hit to drop that one in the bucket to AJ.
AJ, yeah.
I don't care what y'all say, Eagles fan. Ain't no way AJ coming back next year. But we'll talk about that at another date and time. I just don't get Jordan Love. The mistakes that he makes, they got a 3rd and 7. You run the over concept. I'm gonna dangle this cheese out here in front of you, hoping somebody go to the short route. No, boy, don't you throw it. The Eagles played it exactly how you draw it up. They jumped Musgrave on the short route, and you got the end cut coming in behind him for the first down, and he take the 7 yards when you need 9. I'm confused, bro. And I was like, damn, I wonder what LaFleur is thinking. And then he went and looked at it on the iPad. He said, "You got to be eating me. You got to be eating me." And then he steps up in the pocket. Instead of all these guys breaking free. He got the shallow cross breaking free. He got the end cut breaking free. He got the over breaking free. And he takes off running like he Lamar Jackson. Bro, throw the ball. Ocho,
Yeah.
the contract that he got, he earned that. But he's not meeting
Yes.
expectations of what they have. And I told you, I said, even with this Micah trade, are we sure they're better than the Rams? I asked you that. I said, Ocho, are we sure?
Yeah. And that was a hard one back then.
It was.
To answer that question, honestly, it was a hard one. Especially, with the way the season started, the expectations that they did have, hell, the expectations that we had watching Jordan Love and what he's been able to do as of late. I mean, you would think, hell, they're gonna be right there in the running with the Rams.
Jordan Love is just a little bit too inconsistent for my fancy. And the throws that he's missing, Ocho, if that's a rookie quarterback or a second-year quarterback, I'll kind of give him a little leeway. Yeah, I kind of give him a little grace. But when you've a Pro Bowl quarterback, when you have the level expectations, when you've earned the money that you're making, you can't make those mistakes. Bro, you getting sacked and you're going to do what you do. You try to pat the ball to Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs, okay, they coming on a blitz. You hit the guy and leak out. Either break out or break in. You can't keep straight up the field, bro. You got to give him an angle to throw you the football. This is why I can't coach, Ocho. Some things they shouldn't have to tell you. You know damn well, Josh Jacobs, you're not going to run no route if you sleeping out and you're going to keep straight up the field. You're going to break out or you're going to break in because you got to give him an angle to throw you the football. So I don't blame Jordan Love for missing that throw because he's like, bro, if you break out, you give me. I mean, think about it. You got Braun on your hip. You catch this, ain't no telling how far you're gonna go. Right. The Eagles, the one thing they're gonna do, they're gonna make plays. They're gonna find a way to get the ball. I thought Green Bay did a great job of Jalen Hurts get the ball, gets going, picks up a big, and the guy comes in, punches it out. I was like, okay, Green Bay, you might be on to something. But you got to protect the ball for 4 quarters when you play the Eagles because they're very opportunistic. They'll find a way to get the ball out. Ocho, I just need you to help me with one thing, and then I'm going to let you go. Take it back. It's 4th and 1. Why are you trying to go in a hurry when you've already got – first of all, they missed their first false start on the quarterback sneak in the first quarter. They missed that one. They damn sure missed the one on the tush push. I'm trying to figure out how can I see things in real time the officials at the damn game can't. We'll get to that in a minute.
They not supposed to call it. They're not supposed to call it. Like Ocho, you just said,
you got 4th and 1.
Yeah,
this is the money down. Yes, sir. Take a timeout. Give me your best 4th and 1. Give me your best 4th. Okay, what do we like on 4th and 1? Hey, Jordan, what do you like on 4th and 1? We got 3 options right here. I like this. Which one do you like? Receivers. When they go double tight, when they go jumbo formation, they got 4. They got one center, guard, tackle, extra offensive lineman. That extra offensive lineman is a tight end. You got to back your ass up. You're the Z receiver. The guy to the open side now, he's the X receiver. Boy, look here. Sometimes, Ocho, what I get upset about, sometimes I be watching these guys play. If Dynamite was brain, they couldn't blow their nose. Right. Boy, look at here. This is why, Chad. I mean, it's common sense, Ocho. You got an extra lineman. He's on the ball. He's now the tight end. You got to back off.
Yeah.
The open side is now the X receiver. It's just common. It's just so maybe it's me because some things you just like, Ocho, it's just common knowledge. I could just like really think on the fly and just like, okay, man, I'm supposed to be on the ball. I made the mistake one time and it cost us a big play, and I promised I'd never be in that situation again. I know who's supposed to be on the ball, but if he lines up on the ball, Ocho, ain't no harm, no foul. I'll back up off the ball. Instead of having a play where now all of a sudden we have an illegal formation because I'm supposed to be on the ball, you're supposed to be on the nah. You get on the ball. I'll get off. Yeah. A lot of times, guys, I like to be on the ball. A lot of times guys don't like to be on the ball because you're closer to the defender. I like being on the ball because it's going to give me an opportunity to get my hands on you because I'm going to throw your ass out the way. I ain't going to be doing
You know what that tells me too, Unc? After 1, 2, 3, 4 days to prepare. After 3 days of 2 days of real practice, 5 days of fast Friday. I mean, 1 day of fast Friday. That actual play that they did call on that 4th and 1 is one that they didn't go over many times. One that they didn't rehearse very many times. One that they didn't go through and walk through on Saturday mornings. You know, when we talk about situational football. In case this comes up on 4th down, and these are the plays we choose from, this is the alignment that we need. That's why that happened.
They rushed it, Ocho. Why you, Ocho? This is the most important. This is for the game.
Oh yeah.
Why would you
absolutely.
rush it? I would rather take a timeout because the likelihood of you getting the ball back, if you do get the ball back, Ocho, you're not going to get it back with a whole bunch of time. So now, and you look at the position that you're in. Look where you are, bro. Right. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You rushed that on 4th and 1. Normally, Ocho, if I'm going to invest something, and this is my last, I ain't just finna go, hey, put it right there. Ocho, I'm going to think about this. Okay, let me think about this, okay? This is my absolute last here.
It got to be your best.
It's got to be the best option. I mean, the Eagles, the one thing they're not going to do, and you can think about Sirianni whatever you want, they're not going to beat themselves. They're not going to beat themselves. They're going to line up properly. The alignment's going to be where they're supposed to be. If a guy's on the ball, he's going to be on the ball. If the guy's off the ball, he's going to be off the ball. Defensively, they're going to be where they're supposed to be. Man, I watched a situation where they ran 22. They ran what we call cover 5, Ocho, 22 man.
Yeah.
Man, I watched Mitchell. Man, I thought it was a kung fu movie. Romeo Dobbs ain't moved. He ha. Ain't moved nowhere, Ocho. I'm like, damn, son. Ocho, don't laugh, man. Man, Ocho.
What kind of movie? Hey, what kind of movie it was?
I thought it was a kung fu movie. Ha, hoo, ha. And he ain't moved. Quick, and Mitchell, like, stabbed it with one, and he just standing up there like, bro, you got to be all that dancing is fine if you're at the disco. But when you're on the football field, you got to be moving forward because the quarterback, as he's going back and you're still at the line of scrimmage. And remember we had the conversation. Josh Jacobs said, we need a dog. We got some good, we need, and all the receivers got mad and they need a dog, Ocho. They need to go. They got quality receivers. I think Watson is the best, but he can't stay healthy. He got so much speed. He got hamstrings. He had his knee. He can't stay healthy.
Well, listen. What we're looking for when we talk about a dog, they have such good quality wide receivers that are really good at doing different things. All it is a little fine tuning up. It ain't nothing but a little fine.
Well, they need to come see you so they can get the fine, so they can fine tune it.
Hey, and let me tell you something. If you think about it, everybody that came to that wide receiver workshop in July, you see what they doing this year, right? Hey, JSN had my eyes wide open, being able to see him in person. Yeah, I saw him at Ohio State. I seen him at the Rose Bowl. You know, I saw him a little bit last year, but I was not expecting this. I didn't expect what I'm seeing now. You know, and just listen, Dobbs, Wicks, Jaden Reed, come on back down here, man. Bring them boys with you, man. Let's politic together. Continue to work on our craft. Continue to work on our game, and get better for situations like today, for nights like today, where plays don't come often, and the ones that you do make, you got to make a difference. These are the reasons why you get paid the million. These type of games are the reasons why you get paid the big bucks.
Look, for me, I think the way the Eagles are going to have to win, they're going to have to win the game more on Jalen Hurts' arms than Saquon's legs, as opposed to what it was last year. Teams are not going to let him run wild. Last year, it seemed like every game we've coming out here and we're like, man, how y'all keep letting this man hit his head on the goalpost from 60?
Yes.
How y'all let him hit his head on the goalpost twice from 50 plus? Now they're like, we're going to shut this water off. You're going to have to get water elsewhere. And the elsewhere is going to be in the form of Jalen Hurts, his legs, and his arms. But they do a great job. Jalen, it's rare that Hurts turns the ball over. They got it out tonight. You know, they got him going down, and then boom, dude get a with the peanut punch. He did a great job of getting it out. But if I'm the Packers, It's a team game. But you know the frustration is starting to get built, Ocho. Bro, we held that team to 10 points. We held that team to 10 points. We held Saquon Barkley to 60 yards. We held the quarterback to under 200 yards passing. That's got to be enough. Well, it wasn't enough. So you're going to have to find ways that, like, you're going to have to create more turnovers. You're going to have to put the opposing quarterback under duress. Now, granted, that's a good offensive line.
Very.
The big right tackle, he got nicked, came out, but you see when the rubber needed to meet the roll on that fourth down, he brought his ass back in the game because Lane Johnson, because that's how much it means to it. But this Green Bay Packers team, man, they got to do some soul searching because the Lions. Hey, hold on, they play the Lions on Thanksgiving, don't they? I think that's the Thanksgiving Day game.
I believe so. Yeah, it's 3 games that day.
The Packers, they got at Giants, they got at Vikings at home, at Lions on Thanksgiving. Hey, and hold on, just so you know, they got the Bears twice. The Bears ain't no easy win.
Oh no, not no more.
No,
not no more.
And
not
you go to Denver.
Well, they're gonna beat Denver.
Okay. You see that pass rush? Who you think got a better pass rush, us or the Eagles?
I mean, well, you know the Broncos pass rush is number 1 right now.
Exactly.
Hey, talk about forget the pass rush defense as a whole,
and
on all 3 levels.
They got the Ravens
in the game,
and the Vikings again. The Eagles' remaining schedule: Lions at home, at Cowboys, Bears at home, at Chargers, Raiders at home, at Commanders, at Bills. Ocho, we talked about this last night. We didn't see it coming so soon, but the Giants head coach, Brian Daboll, has been relieved of his duties after blowing another double-digit lead Sunday in Chicago. Giants co-owners John Mara and Steve Tisch said today, the past few seasons have been nothing short of disappointing, and we have not met our expectations for this franchise. We understand the frustration of our fans, and we will work to deliver significant improved product. Assistant coach, offensive coordinator Mike Kafka will serve as the Giants' interim head coach. Daboll, 20-40-1 as Giants head coach. His .336 winning percentage puts him behind Ben McAdoo. No, he had a Cheesecake Factory, that big menu he had. And Ray Perkins fired two of the 3 head coach coordinators and flip-flop play calling with others. Replaced 5 of 9 position coach, started 7 different quarterbacks, had a winning record with none of them. He's fired as the Giants because he didn't win. It's really that simple. No, owners, John Mara and Steve Tisch, you fail. How's the general manager still there? Because he hired him. How is he still there? Daniel Jones is gone. Saquon Barkley is gone. He drafted Evan Neal. So you think you're going to get an improved product when the general manager, the guy that's making all the decisions, he's still there. I'm not saying Brian Daboll should or should not have been fired. We'll discuss that in a minute. But I'm trying to figure out how Sean has been able to keep his damn job.
Hey, I honestly, regardless of what coach comes in there, they're probably going to get fired. They've gone through multiple coaches.
Yeah,
they've been going through multiple coaches, and for Brian Daboll to get fired is kind of somewhat understandable. He's had leading games in multiple games this season. He had leading games early in the game, and they lost on the back end. They lost on the back end. I'm talking about bad games that they should have continued to be able to have some type of success after having the leads they've had, and they squandered everyone. You mean you didn't win not one of those?
I think they've had 4 double-digit leads going into the fourth quarter, right?
Yes.
I mean, they had a 26-8, 26-9 lead over the Broncos. They had a 20-10 lead over the Bears. They had the lead with the Cowboys with like 14 seconds. The guy comes on, do a big field goal, and they end up winning in an overtime. Oh, here it is.
But, hey,
Week 2, they led 13-3, lost 40-37. At the Saints, they led 14-3, lost 26-14. The Broncos, they led 26-8, lost 33-32. With the Bears, they led 20-10, lost 24-20.
Yeah. And one thing about it, we always say coaches. You could have 100 coaches, 100 different coaches coming there, and all 100 are going to get fired.
Yeah.
All 100 are going to get fired. And listen, some accountability has to be put on the players as well, but obviously the coaching staff too. And the one person who oversees all that is Brian. So at this point, it was time.
No, Brian don't coach the team. He ain't got no say. He probably didn't have any say over the final 53. He probably had no say in free agency. He probably had no say in the draft.
So?
Hell no. He happy to have a job.
Hold on. So it sounds like they run the show over there like that team. They got that star on their helmets. They're similar to that?
Yes. That's why I laughed when Jerry told me he thought about hiring Sean Payton. Man, you actually think Sean Payton's going to come in there and the only thing he's going to be is a coach. He ain't going to have no say over the final 53. He's not going to have any say over the draft. He's not going to have any say of free agency. He's just going to stand there and coach. And then when things go wrong, they're going to blame him. Just like all the coaches he fired. How many coaches has he had since he fired Jimmy? Who took over as the Jimmy? Was it? He had, who's that? Dave Campo? He had Dave Campo. He had Chan Gailey, who was my old position coach. He had Wade Phillips.
Hey.
He had Jason Garrett. Mike McCarthy. Now, he's probably had more than that.
Right.
Until,
damn.
Hey, John Mayer, you know what I mean? When you had a lot to say about what the fans were saying, because you was reading all their mail when they was calling in and talking about Cap and all that. You read the mail. Let's read some of the mail, what they're saying about you. See if they're happy with you and what you've been able to do with this franchise.
Yeah.
Because y'all ain't been close. Since Eli retired, you bungled that. Eli had all those consecutive starts. Then you start Geno, and then you start Eli again after you don't break the man's streak.
They did that.
Of course they did.
You know what they doing.
Oh, Barry Switzer. Barry
doing?
Switzer came after Jimmy. So it was Barry Switzer. Then I think it was Parcells, Campbell. They had 10 coaches. Okay. So Jimmy Johnson, Barry Switzer, Chan Gailey, Dave Campo, Bill Parcells, Wade Phillips, Jason Garrett, Mike McCarthy, Brian Schottenheimer. Jimmy Johnson had a 50 winning percentage. Barry Switzer had 625. Chan Gailey was 18-14. Dave Campo was 15-33. Bill Parcells was 34-30. Wade Phillips was 34-22. Jason Garrett was 85-67. Mike McCarthy was 49-35. And Brian Schottenheimer right now is 3-5-1.
The Cowboys go for the shot on the part. They're getting darts.
No, but what we're saying is that ownership plays a large part in the success of a team.
I'm glad you just said that, huh? Look at all the teams that consistently win.
The Chiefs.
Look at the Chiefs. Look at the
Ravens.
Chiefs. Look at the Patriots. Yep, the Ravens. Well, obviously, I'm going to throw the Packers in there because they're a winning organization. Not actually, getting Lombardi trophies, but always being in contention. Always being in contention. And another thing, if one thing that can overcome bad ownership is a great quarterback.
Yeah, but you got to pick him, and sometimes they'll mess that up.
Hey. Yeah, that too. But having an elite quarterback can overcome some of the bad decision making that happens all the way upstairs.
I think the problem that Coach Daboll ran into, Ocho, is that he realized early on the only guy that can save my job is the quarterback that we drafted in the first round. But in the process of doing that, he put him in harm's way. Because Ocho, if I'm drowning, I don't give a damn about drowning you to save myself. I'm trying to keep my head above water. So if that means you got to go down, I got to stand on your shoulders, so be it.
Right. And that's what
he did. He put this kid in harm's way because he's trying to save his job. Because at the end of the day, I drafted him. Hell, I want to coach him. So in the process of putting him in harm's way, He subjected him to some hits. Jackson Dart, and I said this, and now I was early on, man, let the chat, they always want to let somebody live. Now you got your guy in the blue tent damn near every game. Because you wanted to let him live. You like that fire. I want my quarterback to have energy. Okay, now look at your quarterback. Y'all still like that, Giants fans? Because you had a lot to say. I said, you can't run like that. You can't.
No, you
can't have your quarterback being susceptible to those kind of hits. That's why they protect him his ass in the pocket. Once he leave the pocket, tee off on him. He's a running back. Now look at him. But y'all had a lot to say. We ain't had that kind of energy in a long time, and you might not have it again.
Hey, listen. Hey, honestly, too, and as a fan of the game, but watching Jackson Dart once he came in. But that was infectious.
Absolutely.
It was infectious.
But you got to be smart, though, Ocho.
You do. Now that comes on him, and that's gonna come. He's gonna get that with experience and understanding. You got to pick and choose your battles, and when you pick them, you got to pick them wise.
Well, I hope they knock some sense into him because they damn sure knock some marbles out of him.
Oh yeah, you got to make business decisions. You got to make business decisions when you got that ball in your hands and you cross that threshold and you become a runner. Man, them boys is not playing with you out there, man. This is not college. Them grown men.
They're trying to break you because that's their opportunity because they can't hit your ass in the pocket like they want to. But what they can do is tee off on your ass when you're out of the pocket.
Absolutely.
But they give you something called a protection where you can slide and they can't touch you. Now, you try to be a hero and I get all that. You get up and get the first down and you do all this and you get the crowd hype and all that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Billy Badass. I've seen it. I know what they're gonna do.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Quarterbacks are not used to taking hits like that. They're not built to take hits like that. So why would you subject yourself to taking that kind of punishment, Ocho? You're not gonna take that kind of punishment.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. And it's a funny thing about it. And some of the play calling ain't helping.
No.
Some of the play calling.
Didn't I just tell you I'm drowning?
Hell yeah.
I was trying to save my damn self. So if you drown in the process, so be it, Ocho.
Yeah, long as you save my ass,
Thank you. Why you think he calling those plays, Ocho?
Yeah.
And I get it. But Jackson Dart needs to be smarter, and they need to put an emphasis on it also. Hey, son, get down. You get the first down. Hey, I get it. It's the crowd gets energized, but the crowd will get you effed up.
Yeah,
they get you effed up.
Trying to do what they want, huh?
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Let me ask you a question, Ocho. Who do you think will be a good fit? Who do you think will be a good fit for the Giants? Nah.
Okay.
I see how much money they take from you in New York. You make on 1.5 million, you bring home $747,000. Kick rocks.
Yeah, you're right. Can I coach from Vegas?
I do have all my meetings from Zoom.
I'm trying to think of a collegiate coach that would resonate very well with grown men that are in the inner. Hell, brother Lane Kiffin, huh?
Lane, you like John Gruden?
Yeah. Oh, Lane Kiffin and John Gruden. I mean, that's the only two I can think of off the top of my head.
Mike McCarthy. I heard Mike McCarthy name thrown around. What about
Hey, for that city though, that city need a coach like a Lane Kiffin and John Gruden. That's a little bit fiery. You know, a little bit has a little personality to him.
The offensive coordinator.
I think they would fit
for Washington. He was the head coach in Arizona. Cliff Kingsbury. What about Cliff Kingsbury? Now, he normally works really well with mobile, athletic quarterbacks. We saw what he did with Kyler. Right. We saw what he did, what he's done for Jaden Daniels. But would he work with a Jackson Dart? A guy that's mobile. He's not quite as athletic as Daniels and Kyler. But that might, hey. What do you think? Well, I mean, the thing is, it might be a part of, I mean, the question is, his thing is they threw it out. because, you know,
What?
the commissioner wanted to hear it. Like, no, you're not finna do that. You're not finna be the arbitrator, the man suing you, and you hear your own opinion. No, hell no. So the question is with the NFL, how's that going to play out? Because this thing's going to court. So do they get a settlement, and a part of the settlement he can come back and coach, or is it a situation where we're gonna give you money and you done, you can cover the league, but you're not gonna coach in the league?
I like the John Gruden route. John Gruden and obviously Lane Kiffin, who coached him in college. I think that.
Did you just not hear what I said? He has a pending lawsuit against the NFL.
Let me tell you. There's certain rules that are bent, regardless of stuff like that going on, where they can make it happen.
If the NFL says we're going to offer you a settlement, but you cannot coach in the NFL.
Oh, okay. I see. Well, hell, you know who else has had a lawsuit against the NFL and is still coaching?
Brian Flores?
BF over there in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's coaching.
Is he a head coach?
Okay.
Now the question is,
that.
He's had good defenses. You think he's going to get a job with that lawsuit? Who going to hire him? Because you do realize if he sued the league, who is he suing? One of those owners.
One of the owners, yeah.
So it's going to be a very interesting situation to see how this plays out. It's kind of like, Ocho, I got a lawsuit against you, but I want my job back. Nah, you go ahead and take this money and go ahead on. You ain't getting no job back.
Hey, but honestly, knowing how the NFL works, understanding the ecosystem that they do have, that brotherhood they have amongst each other, I could still see, things working itself out in ways that we won't be able to explain.
Well, if the lawsuit goes away, it'll be explained. But it's just hard for me to see a scenario. Ocho, this man he wants $100 million. They say you ruined my reputation by leaking this stuff.
Right.
And you cost me $60 million, $70 million that was left on my contract.
Mm-hmm. Oh, all that's off the table?
He signed a 10-year, $100 million deal.
$100 million deal. Yeah, I remember that. But I thought he was still getting paid regardless.
No, you don't get. They bought it, and the thing is, Mark Davis didn't want to. He said he didn't want to. He said the NFL forced him to.
Forced him to do it? Yeah.
Who else? I hear people talk about Clint Kubiak, the offensive coordinator, because he was the offensive coordinator in Minnesota last year. With who was his quarterback in Minnesota?
Sam Darnold.
He's the offensive coordinator in Seattle. Who's his quarterback?
Ooh, Sam Darnold. It's funny how that worked too, right?
He's going to get some strong consideration.
Mm-hmm. As a head coach.
Hey, Clint, let me get a job.
Do you really? Hey, you have to understand. Also, Clint has to look at the landscape of the New York Giants. Understand what you're working with. Understand what you had when you was out there in Minnesota. It made things easy.
Ocho.
Understand the weapons you have around you now that you were over there in goddamn Seattle. Yeah. Now, do you want to come and start all over in New York? You do have Jackson Dart, who was very exciting. Scatterbo will be back next year. Malik Neighbors. But he should be fine by the start of the season.
Who?
Malik.
Yeah, he should be. He definitely should be. But here's the thing, though, Ocho.
Yeah.
Ocho, that's still a gold standard franchise. And my first head coaching job is going to be with the New York Giants. Who turns that down?
No,
nobody. You just saw what's the guy that was at Philly last year?
The OC?
Yeah. He was at Dallas OC for a long time. Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore.
Oh, Joe, he took New Orleans. He took the New Orleans job. If given a choice, you take New Orleans or you taking the Giants. The Lions beat the Commanders 44-22. Dan Campbell took over play calling duties from first-year offensive coordinator John Morton this past week, and it ignited a dominant win. Campbell said he met with Morton for an honest conversation to discuss some changes last Monday, a day after a stunning home loss to the Minnesota Vikings. Things looked a lot different on the field, Ocho. Detroit racked up a season-high 226 yards rushing, 546 yards total. Jameson Williams benefited from the change. He had 6 catches for $119 and a touchdown. It's the second time that he's eclipsed 100 yards this year. The first time came in week 2 against the Bears, in which he had 108. Not so pretty in this ball game. Frustration set in on Deron Payne, who punched Amon-Ra St. Brown. Payne was ejected. I can see a potential 1 to 2 game suspension coming.
Yeah.
Easy. This is not the first time, because there was a situation that he got into it with a former teammate. Remember, he got into it with a former teammate.
The other D tackle.
He got pieced up on the sideline.
The other D tackle. I remember that.
Yes. But the NFL is not going to take kindly to this. I'm saying 1 to 2 games. 2 games on the high end. He's getting a minimum of at least one game.
I say 1 game. I say 1 game. If it is 2, it's because he's a repeat offender in general, and just having issues like this, on the field. They're gonna be all right. Obviously, frustration set in. I'm not sure what Amon-Ra said to him, but it was enough to piss him off. It was enough to piss him off.
Kinlaw said Amon-Ra punched him first. What receiver Ocho, gonna punch a D tackle?
Me? I done whooped on a few people. Boy. I had a fight with Sam Adams in the locker room back in Cincinnati when he was with us. Hey, Unc, listen to me.
Let me ask you a question. How many D tackles on the football field did you punch?
Oh, on the field? Oh no, I ain't do it on the field. I did all my fighting in the locker room. Yeah.
So, Payne was ejected. Jared Goff, 25 of 33, 320, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Jahmyr Gibbs, 15 carries, 142, 2 tubs. Montgomery, 15 carries, 71 yards, 33 rush attempts, 226, 33 pass attempts, 320. Amon-Ra St. Brown, J-Mo, 6 catches, $119, 1 touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown had 5 for 58 and a touchdown. Sam Laporta had 5 for 53. Raymond had 4 for 49. Mariota was 16 of 22, 213, 2 touchdowns. They didn't run the ball particularly well at all.
Listen. In order for the Commanders to even have a chance, honestly, I'm just gonna be honest with you. The person that gives them their best chance to win, Mariota's he's a good quarterback. He's a decent quarterback. He's a tier 2. Borderline tier 3 quarterback. In order for the Commanders to have a chance playing against a team like the Lions that can score well and put up crazy amount of points, you got to be able to match that in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You have to be able to match their output offensively. And if Jaden Daniels is not playing, it's slim to none. Unless your defense got to play all out world. They got to play out world. The goddamn Lions had 546 goddamn yards of offense today, man. 546 yards of offense. These are video game numbers in real life. And this is happening almost every week. Even sometimes in their losses, they put up crazy numbers. Man, there was 5.
What get them in trouble is when they turn it over.
That's it.
Ocho. When the Lions don't turn it over, we remember that's how they lost against Washington in the playoffs.
And there was zero turnovers today. Zero turnovers. Shit, 3rd down, they were 5 or 10. And on 4th down, obviously, I don't give a goddamn what analytics say. Forget what analytics say. Dan Campbell is going for it on 4th down. They were 2 for 2 on 4th down today. That's gonna break your back every time at the defense, because now you're thinking you're going into a game, you want to play well, especially an offense like that. You stop them on 3 downs, boom, you're somewhat happy because you're thinking in your mind, God damn, we can get off the field now. We got to punt. They got to punt, and here they go, 4th and 2, 4th and 1, shoot 4th and 4 sometimes. They going for it.
Yeah, depending on where they're on the field.
They definitely going for it.
Down in distance, position on the field is more determining than down in distance. It used to be down in distance. If it's 4th and short, Ocho, we gonna go for it. They don't give a damn. It could be 4th and 4. If they plus 50, they
plus
going
50,
for it.
if plus 50 is a good one. I think they're a little bit more cautious 4th than anything further than that. But once they cross that 30 yards, and they own it. Man, you might, this 4-down territory for them.
Yeah.
Anything past the 30, it's a wrap. They're going for it.
I agree. But they look good. I don't know how long. I don't know. We've seen this before. He took over the play calling from ex-teammate of mine, Anthony Lynn, was calling, but I think they had lost they had lost a bunch of games, and he took the play calling over. So I don't know if he's going to continue to do that, and or at some point in time turn it back over. But I don't see him turning it back over when they had this kind of production, and the Rams and the Lions look like the Lions that we thought they was going to look like with this arsenal, the two-headed monster they got. Gibbs got speed to burn.
Absolutely.
Montgomery run well between the tackle. He can catch the ball. They do a great healthy mix. Both guys got 15 carries. Nobody feels like they're being left out.
You know what's funny about that when it comes to the play calling? Remember I told you when Ben Johnson left and we talked about would the Lions still look the same? I said they still have the same players. Yep. And obviously the merry-go-round of who's going to call the plays and who's not, I think that really doesn't matter. Just about whoever's calling the plays, finding a rhythm and putting those players in position to work. Now you got to understand, when the Lions do play, the game they played where they didn't look the way they should offensively, or based on they didn't look the way we're used to seeing them. Well, hell, the other team on the other side of the ball get paid too, huh? The team on the other side of the ball gets paid too. And you look at games where the Eagles have lost and we're used to seeing them play well. Or Saquon hasn't been going off today. Well, hell, the film is out there now. We know what to do. We know how to stop them. So it's not like they playing against themselves. They are playing against other people that get paid millions of dollars as well, that watch film, that study, that know their tendencies. So I think it's sometimes, we get caught up in who's calling the plays, where they look this way because Dan Campbell was called. I really don't think it really matters much, because the personnel they have offensively is so goddamn good. It's so good. They going to just execute whatever you goddamn call. But we used to see.
But that's the thing, though. I think putting that personnel in position, because that was the same personnel they had before they got what's the guy at New Orleans now calling the plays?
Oh, Mr. Moore, yeah.
The guy before Kellen Moore didn't do that with that off. That was the same players. They didn't go to the Super Bowl. As a matter of fact, they faltered down the stretch. When Shane Steichen had them, they went to the Super Bowl. Yeah. Shane Steichen has a competent quarterback now. Look at what they're doing. So, obviously players matter. It's still Jims and Joes. But somebody got to put those Jims and Joes, because, hey, everybody got the same chess pieces on the board, but everybody don't know how to move those chess pieces.
And you're right. You're right by that. And the funny thing, this is the good thing about when it comes to your tier 1 players at certain positions, when you have those chess pieces, and some chess pieces are a little better than others, where you lack when it comes to calling plays, the chess piece is so good, they can overcome that bad play calling. They can overcome that bad play calling depending on who the player is. Hell, it's a lot of receivers that can save a quarterback that throws bad balls. Yeah. I'm trying to say it in that sense.
Yeah, but it's still, you're right. It's still the Jims and the Joes, but it definitely helps when people can put people in position to do what they do. Because you look at Kellen Moore, he in New Orleans. How that working out for him? He running the same offense that he ran in New Orleans. He calling the same plays, but he ain't got Jalen Hurts, and he don't got Saquon, and he don't got Devontae, and he don't got AJ. So therefore, it's not going to look the same. And that offensive line isn't the same. So with that being said, you're not going to get the same results. It's a combination. But at the end of the day, the more good players you have, the better your chances are winning.